Let's imagine that you start a new Minecraft world with nothing. No tools, no house, no food, no armor. Just you, a tree, and the quiet understanding that this tree is about to have a very bad afternoon. At first, it feels charming. You punch wood, you make a crafting table, you build your first tiny dirt house, which is not really a house. It is more like a panic box with architectural confidence issues. You survive the first night. Barely. A skeleton shoots you. A creeper destroys your wall. A zombie stands outside making noises like it pays rent. And somehow, this is fun. Because in the beginning, every action matters. Every block you mine feels useful. Every piece of coal is a small miracle. Every cooked pork chop feels like financial stability. But then something happens. The same actions that felt exciting at the start begin to feel expensive. Not expensive in diamonds, expensive in time. Before we continue, I would like to warn you that I do not pretend to be serious about the mechanics of the game. I just want to share my thoughts on how the rules of saving and money in our real life could work within the framework of the Minecraft world. Let's imagine that we are playing on a server with a hyper-realistic real-world economy or something similar. Now let's continue. You need food, so you farm wheat. You need iron, so you mine. You need wood, so you chop. You need stone, so you dig. You need XP, so you fight mobs. You need more materials, so you travel farther. You need storage, because your inventory has become a digital junk drawer full of emotional problems. And eventually, every Minecraft player reaches the same thought. There has to be a better way. That is the moment Minecraft stops being just a survival game and quietly becomes a game about automation, labor, time poverty, and the suspiciously powerful fantasy of passive income. Because Minecraft teaches you something very simple. Manual labor works until your life gets bigger. In the beginning, doing everything yourself is not a problem. It is the whole point. You are learning the world. You are building confidence. You are getting resources through direct effort. You chop one tree, you get one tree's worth of wood. You mine one block, you get one block. Work goes in. Stuff comes out. Beautiful, clean, honest. It is basically the financial philosophy of every motivational quote printed over a picture of a mountain. But Minecraft does not let you stay there. The moment your needs expand, manual effort starts to break down. You no longer need 10 pieces of wheat. You need stacks. You no longer need a few iron ingots. You need hoppers, rails, tools, armor, anvils, beacons, and some completely unnecessary mega build that you started at 2 a.m. because your brain said, "What if we made a castle?" This is where the game starts asking a very real question. How much of your life do you want to spend gathering the same things over and over? And that question is not just about Minecraft. It is about work. It is about resources. It is about the fact that most people do not actually want infinite luxury. They want relief. They want margin. They want a little breathing room between the task they just finished and the next task already standing there with a clipboard. Minecraft makes that feeling visible. You can survive through manual labor, but survival is not freedom. At first, your Minecraft economy is simple. You trade time for resources. Mine coal, get coal. Cut wood, get wood. Plant crops, harvest crops. It is direct labor, and direct labor is powerful because it gives you control. You understand where everything comes from. Nothing is abstract, but direct labor has one weakness. It stops when you stop. If you are not mining, no iron is coming in. If you are not farming, no crops are being collected. If you are not killing mobs, no XP appears. Your progress is tied to your attention. Your world only grows when you are personally pushing it forward. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? A lot of real life works the same way. You work hours, you get paid. You stop working, the money stops. You clean your room, it gets messy again. You cook food, it disappears. You answer messages, more messages appear, because apparently communication is a hydra. Manual effort is not bad. It is necessary. But if every part of your life requires constant attention, eventually you do not feel productive. You feel trapped. That is time poverty. Time poverty does not always mean you are doing nothing meaningful. Sometimes it means you are doing too many necessary things. You are busy maintaining life instead of expanding it. You are not lazy. You are overloaded. Minecraft captures this perfectly because the game keeps giving you more responsibility. Food, tools, shelter, lighting, defense, storage, transportation, villagers, animals, farms. Every system you build creates new needs. Your little survival hut becomes a base. Your base becomes a village. Your village becomes an industrial zone with more logistical complexity than some real companies. And suddenly, you are not playing Minecraft. You are middle management with a diamond pickaxe. This is where Redstone enters the story. Redstone is not just a mechanic. Redstone is the player saying, I refuse to personally babysit this process anymore. A redstone door opens automatically because clicking a button every time is too much emotional labor. A sugarcane farm harvests itself because nobody wants to stand there waiting for green sticks to grow. An automatic smelter turns raw materials into finished goods while you do something else. A mob farm collects drops and XP because fighting monsters one by one is brave, sure, but so is admitting you value your evening. Automation in Minecraft begins when the player realizes that the most valuable resource is not diamonds, it is attention. Diamonds are replaceable, time is not. Attention is even more fragile because attention is what lets you plan, build, explore, create, and enjoy the game instead of becoming a full-time unpaid potato farmer. This is where Minecraft becomes weirdly close to real economics. Automation is not just about being lazy. That is the easy joke. And yes, sometimes it is absolutely about being lazy. Let us be honest. Nobody builds an automatic chicken cooker because they have a deep philosophical commitment to poultry logistics. They build it because they are tired. But tired is information. Tired means a system has become too demanding. Tired means the cost of doing something manually has started to outweigh the benefit. Tired means your brain is ready to invest in a better process. In real life, automation can be simple. Setting up automatic savings. Meal prepping so you do not make every food decision while hungry and emotionally vulnerable near a delivery app. Using calendar reminders, creating routines, building systems that reduce repeated decisions. It is not glamorous. Nobody makes a movie trailer about someone setting up a direct deposit into a savings account. In a world where one person finally stops forgetting to save money. But that is the point. Good systems are often boring. That is why they work. Minecraft also explains why we love passive income so much. Passive income in its realistic form means building or owning something that can produce value with less direct effort over time, not zero effort. That part is important. The internet sometimes talks about passive income like you push one button and then money arrives forever while you drink coconut water on a balcony. In reality, most passive income requires upfront work, maintenance, risk, capital, or all four. Minecraft understands this better than most online gurus. An automatic iron farm sounds passive. But first you need villagers, beds, blocks, a design, maybe a zombie, and enough patience to question your life choices. You have to build it correctly. You have to protect it. Sometimes it breaks. Sometimes a villager escapes and stands in the wrong place, looking innocent while your entire economy collapses. That is not magic. That is infrastructure, and infrastructure is the real lesson. A farm in Minecraft is not free resources, it is stored effort. You do the thinking, building, testing, and setup first, then the system pays you back over time. The same is true with real habits and financial systems. A budget is not exciting, but it reduces chaos. An emergency fund does not make you rich, but it protects you from panic. Automatic investing, when appropriate and understood, can reduce emotional decision-making. A simple routine can protect you from spending all your mental energy on tiny repeated choices. The turning point is realizing that automation is not about escaping work completely. It is about choosing which work deserves your direct human attention. Because not all work is equal. Some work makes you stronger, some work teaches you, some work creates meaning, and some work is just you manually moving items from one chest to another for 20 minutes while wondering if civilization was a mistake. Minecraft pushes you to automate the repetitive stuff so you can focus on the creative stuff. Build the farm so you can build the castle. Set up the smelter so you can explore the cave. Organize the storage so your brain does not melt every time you need one piece of string. That is a surprisingly healthy financial lesson. Money is not only about having more, it is about reducing unnecessary friction. It is about building systems that protect your future self from your tired current self. Because your future self is not always wise, disciplined, and glowing with productivity. Sometimes your future self is hungry, annoyed, and one minor inconvenience away from making a terrible purchase. So, what can we take from this blocky little economy? First, notice what you keep repeating. In Minecraft, repeated frustration points you toward automation. In life, it does the same thing. If you keep running out of money before payday, forgetting bills, overspending when stressed, or making the same emergency decision over and over, that is not a personality flaw. It is a system problem asking to be redesigned. Second, do not automate what you do not understand. In Minecraft, copying a redstone build without understanding it works fine until one block breaks, and suddenly you are staring at a machine like it has betrayed your family. In real life, the same applies to financial tools. Simplicity matters. A system you understand is better than a fancy system you avoid. Third, remember that passive does not mean effortless. It means effort moved earlier. The work happens up front so the future becomes easier. That is true for farms, savings habits, routines, skills, and even relationships with money. And finally, do not confuse efficiency with life itself. The goal of Minecraft is not to automate everything so perfectly that you never play the game. The goal is to reduce the grind enough to enjoy the world. That is the quiet truth underneath all of this. We automate because we are not machines. We build farms because our attention is precious. We use redstone because time has value. We chase passive income because deep down we are not only trying to get richer, we are trying to feel safer, less trapped, less constantly pulled apart by needs that never stop needing. Minecraft makes that desire visible in the simplest possible way. You begin by punching trees. You end by building systems. And somewhere between the dirt hut and the automatic farm, you realize the game was never just about gathering resources. It was about learning that a better life is not built by doing everything manually forever. It is built by knowing when to work, when to design, when to automate, and when to finally step back and enjoy the world you made. Because even in Minecraft, the dream is not infinite productivity. The dream is standing on top of your base at sunset, food in storage, monsters handled, machines quietly working in the background, and thinking, okay, for once things are under control. And honestly, that might be the most valuable resource in the whole game. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe for more videos about money, psychology, and the lessons hiding inside the games we play. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.